Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Bridget and this is my financial journey. Thank you so much for joining me. I am so glad that you are here. So today we're going to be doing a video that I'm really excited about but also a little bit nervous about. I'm going to be updating my debt tracker for the month of October. So let's actually, let's zoom in a little bit. Okay, so I already went ahead and filled this out. I do this at the beginning of the month. I don't film it just because I'm transferring the amounts from the end of the previous month. This is the sticker kit from Caffeinated Kate. And so yeah, we're gonna update these numbers. So at the beginning of the month, I had $58,615.43 in debt. Most of that is from student loans. I also have a car loan, and then as you can see, I had 3 credit cards at the beginning of the month. And my goal for this month was to get my Discover card under $1,500. So I would have had to make an additional payment of about $300. But a lot of things happened this month that I wasn't planning for, but overall I'm really happy with what I ended up doing. So let's start going over that. So halfway through the month, I'd say, not even halfway, probably about a week into the month, I had already made my minimum payment for my Discover card. So my balance was around $1,750 or $1,750, and so I knew that that's about how much money I had in my sinking funds. So in case you haven't seen that video, I went ahead and emptied out all of them, every single one, in order to get this card paid off. So for my Discover, I ended up making an additional payment of $1,752.63, which left me at an ending balance of $0.00. So Discover got paid off. Now I did go ahead and kind of go off the rails maybe a week or two after the fact, and I did put a balance on that. However, that has been paid off. So the card is again at zero. It's been closed and chopped up. It hasn't been closed. It's locked and it's chopped up, but I might get hit with an interest charge next month. I'm still not sure on that, but if I do, I'll just include that in my spending or in my monthly budget as like a variable expense or something. I'm not going to count that as an additional debt. So for all intents and purposes, my Discover card is paid off. Okay, now we're just gonna go down the line, though that's not really the order that I tackle my debt in. I'm doing the debt snowball, but I'm focusing on credit cards first, and then I'm gonna focus on my loans after I'm credit card debt free. Even though like this Wells Fargo loan, that's a student loan, that has a lower balance than some of these other cards. So this Wells Fargo loan is deferred. This is the last month of deferment that I have. This isn't, like a federal loan that was deferred because of COVID. This is a temporary deferment that I took on through Wells Fargo. So this card is still accumulating interest. So as of today, it has a balance of $2,295.77. So I didn't make a payment. I didn't make an additional payment, but I did get hit with a little bit of interest. I got $14.66 added in interest. My Amazon card, I did not make an additional payment. I did make the minimum payment of $85. So today I have a balance of $2,911.41. Okay, now we're getting to the part that I'm a little nervous about sharing. So this month I finally got my financial aid refund. So I am a graduate student. I am in my first semester of my program, and unfortunately I was not able to cover the entirety of my tuition with scholarships and grants. I did manage to get a good chunk of it paid, but I ended up having to cover part of it with a student loan, a federal student loan. And so as of right now, those are at 0% interest. Even when they do start accumulating interest, they're at a significantly lower rate than my credit cards and even my private student loans. And so I said this way back in like August, I think, that in my original debt snowball, or my original debt confession video, that depending on how much I am offered as a federal student loan, I'm going to borrow the full amount and then put whatever refund I get toward one of these debts. So originally I was expecting to get refunded like $2,000 at most. And so I was going to put that towards my Wells Fargo loan number 1 just to get that paid off. It would have gotten rid of like $130 payment that I make every month. But I ended up being refunded a lot more than that. I ended up being offered $10,250 per semester. And my tuition that I needed to get covered was about $3,000. So because I was going to get refunded around $7,000, I figured it would be best to put it towards the city card and just get it closed as soon as possible. Now, whenever I figured out that that was how much money I was going to get refunded, which was probably back in September, y'all, I was ready to hit up the Louis Vuitton store. I was ready to start searching for apartments. I was ready to quit my job, just because I knew that I could do so much with that money. And then I had to let it sink in. I had to take some breaths, and then I had to remind myself, okay, you're not earning this money, you're just borrowing it. So the smarter thing to do, obviously, would be to put it towards the city card and, add the $3,000 in debt for your tuition that you need to graduate, as opposed to adding $10,000 of debt. So that's what I ended up doing. So I did a transfer of debt of, how much did I pay? As soon as this money hit my account, I made that transfer because I did not trust myself with that money. So like that same day that I saw it in my account, in my checking account, I made the transfer. So I'm going to put it under interest in parentheses. So it ended up being $7,087.21, and that was a transfer. And I made an additional payment with my own money that I did earn. I made an additional payment of $306. $306.92. So with the transfer and with this additional payment, this card today is at $0.00. Now, I'm not claiming to have paid off this amount of debt, obviously. I just transferred it. But when we look at my credit card debt, I no longer have it, right? It's just switched categories. Wells Fargo loan number 2 is the same situation as Wells Fargo loan number 1, where I didn't make a payment. I will be making a payment in November, however. But as of today, which today is October 30th. This one has a balance of $13,330.69. So this one had interest accumulated of $61.60. My Fed loan, this is where we made the transfer. We started off at $15,156.61. Today we are at $25,406.61. So this one increased by $10,250. And I'm also going to put that in parentheses. So I'm actually going to show y'all the difference. So my student loan, my federal student loan debt increased by $10,250. I put $7,087.21 towards my credit card. That's the refund I received. So I think my tuition was a little bit over $3,000, and then I did have a fee associated with that. But this is how much my debt increased. So I'm actually going to make a note of that down here. My camera, that was $3,162.79. Okay, and then lastly, I have my Nissan. This one has a balance of $15,411.92. So these are gonna flip in my November spread. And once we total all of these up, I don't have them totaled up. You have 2272911 13,330.69 25,406.61 15,411.92. Okay, so I have debt at $59,356.40. So I actually ended up increasing my debt by I don't know, by 58,615. What do you think? Okay, so we ended up increasing my debt by about $740.97. And we ended up paying off whatever this difference is, because whatever I paid off was offset by the student debt. So I can just do it that way. 3,162.79. And I do like to separate these out because there is a difference. Because right now I'm focusing on everything except for my federal student loan. So we ended up paying off $2,421.82 because my main priority right now is to graduate. I want to get out of debt, of course, but number one is to graduate. So my total less Fed, which is the debt that I'm focusing on right now, is my Wells Fargo loan, 229577, my Amazon card, my loan number 2, and my car. I guess I could have just taken the total and subtracted out that, but okay, so we have non-federal debt of $33,949.79. $2,479. So I know a lot of people disagree with, you know, transferring debt, and I completely understand, but I was paying about $180 in interest every month on the Citi card, and frankly, I just think it's a smarter thing to do for me in my position. And if some people disagree with that, then that's okay. So my next focus is going to be my Amazon card. After my Amazon card, I'm going to start hitting my Wells Fargo loans and my car loan. And then lastly, once I do get to my federal loans, I'm going to split them up because there's quite a few of those. Some of them are relatively small. There's a couple around like $1,000. I think this one, this 10250, is one loan. So that one's going to be tough once I do get to it, but hopefully, I'm pretty sure I would have graduated by then and my income would be significantly larger. Hopefully, that's the plan at least. But this $2,421, some of it came from additional payments that I, you know, squeezed out of my income, but the vast majority of it came from my sinking funds that I emptied out. So I'm really glad that I did that. So I'm on my last credit card. So let's actually go to my debt trackers in the back, and we're gonna update these guys. So okay, so we were at 33,949. 79 for my total debt, not including my federal debt, because that is what we're focusing on right now. So I have that right here, and so we paid off because a large chunk of it was a transfer, and I am acknowledging that. I'm not trying to say that I paid it off because I just transferred it, but it is included in this tracker, so I am going to go ahead and highlight that chunk off. So we paid off $11,804.12 total since August 1st. And each little box is $635. So we should color in 18 boxes. I've already colored in 3. And so this month we're using yellow. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Okay. So we're coloring up to here. And I am alternating colors. So August should have been pink, but we didn't make enough progress in August to color anything in. September was orange. October is yellow, and then November is going to be green. I'm really curious how much progress I'm going to make in November, because September and October were special months. In October, I emptied out my sinking funds, and then in November, and then I had that huge transfer, and then in November, I used up that money that I had sitting in my checking account, and like something else. What else did I do in September? Okay, so we paid off Discover. This one we actually paid off with all earned money, and then we're done with Citi card. This one was mostly a debt transfer, but we did make an additional debt payment. So I do want to consider that. I know I'm kind of cheating, but I do want to consider the fact that I made a debt transfer. So how much was it? It was $7,087.21. 087.21. Each box is $635. So 11 of these boxes, I'm going to put a line through because that was a debt transfer. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, so this really helps visually. So all of these were a debt transfer. These 4 boxes I paid myself. So yeah, and once I do get to my federal loans, I will be creating, you know, their own respective tracker. But I mean, I made more progress this month than I did in September. So I'm really proud of that. And so let's go here. So again, Discover was paid off. Yay. I feel like I just set these trackers up yesterday. Which, I mean, I haven't had them for super long, but I'm so excited to pay these off. But yeah, hopefully I can color some in November, because everything additional that I pay off in November is going to be money that I squeeze out of my budget. And so this card was paid off on, I don't know when it was paid off. I think it must have been paid off, let's just say 10/9. Or actually I could look at my sinking funds. So 10/7 was when I took out everything out. Yay! Okay, there's a little box in here. Yay! Okay, yay! Okay, Amazon, I still don't think I can color something in from Amazon. So, or I have it right here actually. Amazon was at 2911, 41. It started at 3014, 30, 102. Each box is 125. So I still can't color anything in from Amazon. This city card is going to get completely colored in as well. I'm going to turn it sideways just because that's probably easier on me. And almost all of these are going to have a line through it because, like I said, the vast majority of it was because of the transfer. But I'm hoping, I think at least one box would be, you know, a box that I paid off. And this one I didn't get paid off until my paycheck number 4. So that was, what day was that? 10/23. Okay, and so the transfer was $787.21. Each box is $310. So 22 boxes were a transfer. There's 24 boxes, so that means I paid off 2 boxes. Well, really, like 1.2 boxes I paid off, but I'm gonna give myself 2 boxes because why not? Okay, and I think my battery's about to die on me, so I'm trying to speed through them. So I'm sorry if they're not super pretty. Okay. And then lastly, I did not make any payments on my Wells Fargo loan, so those are still blank. But I do get to fill one in on my Nissan. My Nissan started at $16,317, and today it is at $15,411. So we paid off $906. Each one is $680, so I get to color in $1. So this one I'm getting to color in every like 3 months as I do the minimum payments. But yeah, that's it for today's video. I'm gonna go ahead and do a quick outro because my battery is about to die. But yeah, actually really quick, really quick, I wanna do a percentage. So we have 33,949, 79 today. We started at 45,753, 91. Okay, that's how much I have left, so -1. We paid off 25.79%, which again, most of it was a debt transfer, but we are happy with it. And so I'm honestly gonna do the same thing again in the spring whenever I get another refund. And so just as a heads up, if you're following me on my journey, I think that's what I'm going to continue to do, because I think I will benefit from having that low interest rate. So just a heads up, if you disagree with it, you know, that's completely fine. But this is what I think is best for me. And I've spoken to people that I trust and they support this, and by those people I mean my parents, because they're really good with money and I am not. So yeah, but that won't happen for like another few months, and up until then I'm gonna, you know, try my best to just squeeze as much money out of my income as possible. My next focus is my Amazon card. I don't think I'll get it paid off by the end of the year, but I'm definitely gonna try to get it under like, I want to get it under $1,000. So today it is at, what is it at? 2,911. So, I mean, I'd have to pay $1,000 each month. I don't know if that's possible, but I'm definitely going to try. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Bye guys.